So in this film, you're playing two different characters. If you could choose two of your past roles and play a combination of them, which ones would you choose?
Oh my God. That's a great question. Yes. I think Hannah would have to be one of them. Oh, you see, imagine if I picked Hannah and Bryony. That would be the most horrible person ever. I think probably Hannah and maybe Susie from The Lovely Bones, because she's quite lovely. So,
and hopefully she'll live in this one.
More sociable than Hannah is as well, but you know, before she died. So yeah.
I think that would make a great character. I think you should pitch that to a studio.
Yeah, she'd be able to handle herself with someone like Mr. Harvey as well. Get the nunchucks out. Yeah.
The film is largely about the power of memories and how they shape who we are. What is your earliest memory of getting into acting and realizing this is what I want to do?
I think I realized it when I was 15. I had done an improv class in South Carolina, and it sort of brought all the things I was doing as a kid with, like, you know, making skits and stealing my parents' video cameras and, you know, stuff like that. It all came crashing together, and the fuse was lit in that class.
I did a Neil LaBute two-hander when I was at school called A Gaggle of Saints with a friend of mine. We didn't have a director, we had to direct it ourselves. And it was the first time I'd done sort of serious acting. And I just thought, this is as much fun as I can have at school. And I continued having that fun, and then, yeah.
There's a line towards the end of the film where Ian says to Wanda, "It's a strange world," and she says, "The strangest." What is the strangest thing about being a part of this young adult Stephenie Meyer world?
I guess it's just all the attention, really, that the film's gotten. I mean, it's kind of had this attention buzzing around it from the very start, before the film was even made. It seems like, I mean, I think it became apparent to me, I didn't really realise it, but I think it became apparent to me when MTV came on set and interviewed us, and I was like, oh, okay, so people know about this then, because usually, you know, I do films that have been small, and you know, sometimes they've done well. So it was very new for me in that respect, you know.
Who are some directors out there that if they called you up and said, "I want you in my next movie," you would just say yes without even asking what it was?
Oh my God, there's so many. I mean, Fincher, Cuarón, Spielberg, Aronofsky, Soderbergh. I mean, so many. For me, it's always a script and filmmaker that excite me the most about a project.
And you've got your start in theater, is that correct? Do you plan on, I know one of the actors you admire is Philip Seymour Hoffman, do you plan on balancing both theater and film and pursuing both?
Convincing my agents to let me do that is one thing, but yeah, I would love to. I think it's really important. I was reading an article today about Ethan Hawke, who I know I've fortunately met a couple of times, and he does that. You know, he does franchise movies, independent movies, TV, theatre. He's constantly challenging himself.
There's a line in the book, it's a great line, it's perhaps without the lows, the highs could not be reached. What are some lows that you've had to go through in your career to get to the highs?
Well, you know, there's a lot of waiting, there's a lot of work, and there's times without work. You know, I've done a few things that you look back on and you're like, oh, wow. I was 16, 17 at the time. But I'm thankful for everything I have done as well, even if it is a bit funny, because it got me here.
There's aliens occupying human forms, and they're able to get their memories. If there was someone that you could get their memories from, who would you pick?
People always ask me whose body I would take over, which is a little easier. Oh, wow. Maybe Alfred Hitchcock, because he saw the world in a different way, and I think it'd be really cool to get to see how that worked.